Biggest game of my managerial career so far. This is the non-league adventure with the BGDB 365 playing as Eastleigh FC. It's the playoff final against Gateshead after we dispatched of Dover in the semi-final over two legs, 2-0 and 1-1. Yeah, this is quite possibly one of the biggest games. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to obviously play the game, and then afterwards I'm going to do an end of season review, and then I'm going to have a look at Curzon Ashton at the end to see how they're doing. If you're new to this series, Curzon Ashton is the team that I started off with and moved on at the beginning of this season to Eastleigh in pre-season. So yeah, we finished fifth. They finished 2 points ahead of us in third place at Gateshead. We have got the beaten of them in terms of my games against Gateshead. We've drawn and won, and previous managers have lost and drawn. So maybe we've got the slightly upper hand. We'll have to wait and see. But with this in mind, I think I've already picked the team. So let's have a look at that team. They're going to line up with a 4-5-1 with the attacking mid behind the striker. We're going to line up with this formation that has proved quite useful in recent months, the last 2 months. Jake Azantala is 1 day away from fitness. I put him on the bench just as if we find ourselves losing, he's a creative player to bring on. He's only got a bruised rib, so hopefully he'll be able to get through it. And it is the last game of this actual season. So we're going to line up with Maxted in goal as per. He's the ever-present player. He's played every single game. Eve hasn't even played once. He was signed as backup, and that's what he's been. He's an expensive backup at £650 a week, but he was always going to be useful should Maxted have got injured. Then we're going to line up with Grimshaw's played very well recent games, should I say. 8.24 average rating for the last 5 games. Means he keeps his place at right back. Wright is going to play in the covering ball playing defender position. He's the strong one, but it seems to work alright. It seems anyway, and I prefer I don't know why. It's worked quite well with Wright and Ellerslie lined up like this. Ellerslie is going to partner him with Senior, the guy who's going to start at left back. The one concern here is the captain, the normal captain, Bobby Mosley, is going to miss out, as too is Joe Partington. Basically, it's a big game, and if I check him out now, he's only a useful player as it is. He doesn't have anything saying that he loves the big games. If it said that, I'd have no issues in putting him in. But yeah, I'm going to stick with that. On the right, we're going to stick with Mark Kerr, who's been in inspired form recently, nearly averaging at 8 out of 10. On the left is going to be Gerardo Martin, who is similar situation, performing slightly worse with a 7.88 average rating. In the middle, we're going to go for Piers Kerr to start off with in the ball-winning midfielder role, with Liam Walsh, the standout performer this season. Well, since he's come in, he's going to take up the roaming playmaker role, and as you can see here, he's upgrading a hell of a lot here, and that is very pleasing to see. And obviously, we've got him for at least another year. He's described as a League One player playing in the Vanarama National League, so this is pretty damn good. Up front, we're gonna go with Adil Nabi, the tried and tested, should I say. 16 goals this season is not a bad return. With Johnny Bate playing as a complete forward. Callum Saunders does have to settle for a place on the bench. However, he's been playing quite well recently, but Nabi's just come back and he's hit a bit of form recently. I think he got 7 and well, he's played the last 2 games or 3 games. I can't remember exactly. Let's click on him. He doesn't actually say who they are, but he played well in the last game. I think that might have actually been his comeback game, and he played quite well. So I'm going to keep faith with him. Josh Murray is unlucky to miss out, but he hasn't been playing that well in the last 5 games. But he's been very good all season, as you can see there with his average rating of 7.73. Bobby Mosley is going to be on the bench, captain. Jamie Eaton-Collins does retain his place despite not playing particularly brilliantly, but that's purely because of the changing system. He just doesn't fit in, unfortunately. So it's likely he's going to leave at the end of the season. And obviously Jake Azantala is going to, in fact, you know what? I'm going to make a slight change here. to the starting lineup, and I'm afraid it's going to be Jamie Eaton-Collins that's going to come off. I'm going to leave Eve on the bench. It is a massive game. It's effectively like a cup game, and if we were to lose Max through injury or a red card or something, then we might be in a bit of a pickle. So that's a massive precaution there, because I would have loved to have kept Eaton-Collins on the bench, but unfortunately it's not to be. Tyler Robinson is too far away, I think, from risking him. Dunn is available, and I'm tempted to put him on the bench, but who for? Because we need the other players in. Hesenthaler is a must take. He's a risk, and he's a risk I'm willing to take. But Dunn, who's been brilliant all season, Mr. Consistency, is going to have to settle for not playing, I think. Looking at it, it just means that we haven't got much midfield cover. That's all. That's why I think I'm gonna drop Murray. And I know you might be thinking, what are you doing, GW? There is a reason for it, and it's a case of that we've got other players that can play at right back, like Akil Wright can play there. Callum Ellis is competent there. We don't have much cover on the left, so I'm hoping with that in mind we will be able to cover. So he's going to drop, and I'm going to put Dunn on the bench because he's going to be a potential, match winner. We'll have to wait and see. But into the game. It's a big game. I'm really excited. PSK will take the armband for this game. He's got 13 leadership and some decent determination stats, so I'm not too concerned about him becoming a captain. And the bookies think it's going to be a close game, or whoever that is thinks it's going to be a close game. Most likely going to go to penalties. That's a bold statement to think it's going to go directly to penalties. Their main danger man is Charles Banya. We have to keep an eye on him. Right, so I don't want to put too much pressure on them. But I want you carrying on. The last match was 1-1. So I'm going to say I don't want to expect it. I don't want to put too much credit. Let's just stick with the tried and tested. Why are you stressed? You're the best player that we've got, and we could do without you being stressed. Thank you for turning green. I don't mean like the Hulk. Right. Let's quickly try and get a response from these players that's going to benefit the game. That's not a bad response. We've got 6 out of 11 in green, so the main thing is no reds. So biggest game of the season. I have turned the volume up slightly on the recording thing. I've noticed, I've only just realised that it's so low for you to be able to hear the game. Last time out against Gateshead, we won 2-1, I believe at home, and we were 2-0 up, and they scored like from over here somewhere. It looks like a cross, but apparently it wasn't. And it was that man there, Banya. It's crossed in, but it's headed away by Ellerslie. And Francis picks up the ball left-hand side. Now it's Seller. It's cleared away only as far as Watkins. And he plays it out wide, and that's going to be the end of this highlight, I would imagine. Indeed it is. 15 minutes or so into the game, and still no meaningful chances. The ball's kicked long to Bankesi. Is it him or is it the other guy? Banya or Bankesi, one of them is a danger man anyway. Curl plays it forward, and Naby is trying to get him behind, but Watkins reads the danger and can clear it long downfield away. But only as far as Grimshaw now. Can he pick a pass? He finds Kerr, Piers Kerr that is. He finds Mark Kerr, no relation. I don't think they are anyway. Piers Kerr again. It's cleared away by October. And Mandron has got it, who's been exceptional this season. Banya loses it to Kerr. Now it's Grimshaw. Piers Kerr. He's wide right. He has a 1-2 off the defender's legs. And now it's Naby. Brings it down superbly. Plays in Kerr. Kerr now in a decent position. And what a save from O'Brien. The Gateshead goalkeeper. Going to be taken by Walsh. Who swings it in. It's headed away on as far as Geraldo. Hits it well. And O'Brien's made another great save. This is a bright start from Eastleigh here. Senior with the throw. Finds bait, and Geraldo takes over, crosses in deep, but it's spilled, and Kerr is blocked on the line, sort of. It had to be blocked. I think it was number 3, October. He was stood around here. Keeper in no man's land. He spilled the cross, and that's a massive let-off for their goalkeeper there. Here's Senior. Chips it forward. It's McConnell's there, the former Man United man. Now it's Vincent Young. Long ball over the top, but Senior's got loads of time to intercept that and finds Walsh with a decent looking ball. Walsh now finds bait forward to Naby. Exchange of passes perhaps. Kind of. Bate is there, and that's 1-0. And Eastleigh ahead in this playoff final. A bit of luck there. He took a deflection off the defender and fell perfectly for Bate, who picked his spot at the bottom right-hand corner. Great finish, that man from Leeds. On loan from Leeds, should I say. He might have been signed from elsewhere and then loaned to us, but I haven't really checked that out. I'm pretty sure it's come through the Leeds Academy. And is, as you can, well, when it eventually decides it's going to load this highlight, in the last video, I think it was the last video, I was mentioning that I was rendering. Oh, it wasn't in the one before. Nice pass action there. That was fantastic. That was a great finish, like, but that pass from Naby, he didn't even swing his leg, and it just teleported it. He's been playing XCOM and getting some sort of like mind control sort of things, but like telekinesis. Is that the right thing to say? Telekinesis? I'm just trying to get rid of the October being highlighted. Banya though now. He chips it forward and Mandron's getting in behind Akil right, and that's a big miss from Gateshead. That could have changed the complexion of this game. Seller with the corner though. Grimshaw heads away. October the edge of the area. Plays out wide to Seller. Back inside it goes to October, and it's square to McConnell of all people. And centre back has just finished it with great aplomb there. The former Manchester United man making Eastleigh pay for some poor defending. And it's not really deserved for Eastleigh. Look how many fans are in here. Every single one of these is probably a Gateshead fan. They're probably all Newcastle fans supporting Gateshead. But yeah. I'm not entirely sure how many fans that Eastleigh have taken, but we need to come up with a response straight away here. Here comes Naby. And now it's Bate, the goal scorer. Now it's Giraldo. He's been tackled by Vincent Young, and Bankesi knocks it back to O'Brien. Kicks it long, or longish. It's fairly pocket to be fair, because it's found Piers Kerr. Now Mark Kerr plays it to Grimshaw. It's a poor pass, and Banya intercepts. But he's giving it away now to Walsh, and Naby tries to play in Bates. Vincent Young tackles though, and it's become a bit scrappy this game all of a sudden. Comes to Grimshaw. Down the line to Kerr. Mark Kerr that is. Now it's Piers Kerr inside. He's still on this right side though. Naby looking for options, finds Kerr. Get that ball whipped in, son. He does. It's headed away by McConnell. Walsh heads it over again, and Naby's in! And it's 2-1! Bit of head tennis it seemed, and Naby puts Eastleigh back in front. It's 2-1. Keeper in no man's land. Great header from McConnell, but then Walsh headed it back in, headed across, and Naby was there pretty much nearly enough for the open goal. Thanks to Gerardo's headed pass. Great response after conceding. And sorry for punching the mic once again. Half time looks like we're going to be going in 2-1, and this is a late twist. Right, so we are doing well, but there's room for improvement. I don't want to put pressure on them. I don't want to be saying don't get complacent, because sometimes it makes people stressed for some reason. So I'm going to say this: you're playing well, room for improvement. Greenery is very nice. I'd like some more though, please, if at all possible. And the last two, I'm going to not do that. I'm going to go to Aldo Naby, who has been a key man in this game. I'm very happy with your performance so far. Hopefully you'll become inspired. Nothing. Good man. Johnny Bate got the other goal. I'm happy with him, but I'm just going to say there's a lot more to come from you even. And he's delighted with that. He loves it. Right. Let's carry on. Carry on like nothing really matters. So Gateshead gets the game underway again. Get the game underway. Yeah, I can say it right the first time. Grimshaw with a decent foul out there. I don't know if it is such a thing as a decent foul. It's a free kick in a fairly dangerous area. Crosses in. Maxter collects coolly and calmly though, and can get this ball back underway. Bankesi, Vincent Young the right back. Bit of a neat exchange of passes now. Now Rowley has a go from distance, and it's wide. They're going to look to step it on, I think. But another goal would just settle any nerves at the minute from Eastleigh. Coming to the hour mark, and McConnell has got a free kick. He plays it short to Bankesi. And now it's Vincent Young, the right back, up against Gerardo Martin. He holds up well, but Sellers got it now, and it's a decent little interchange of passes there. Crossing to back post, but Grimshaw heads away. Now Kerr, can they break? Eastleigh, that is. Naby trying to get on the end of it. He keeps it in and does well to get away from... No, he doesn't. He doesn't get away from October. October tackles him and finds Mandron with a decent long-range pass. Mandarin looking for options. He's not really got many. And has a go from distance, like from 40 yards out or so, 35 yards. Nowhere near the target. About 18 yard wide. Mulhelm, I want to say, he's going to be creating a chance here. Now what do you do here? I think there's not a lot really we can change at the minute. I think we'll leave it a little bit longer. See what happens here. Because if they score, that's 2-2, and that's a very interesting game all of a sudden. That's a great block there. I think it was from Ellerslie. It was Ellerslie. Great defending. Wilhelm with the corner. It's headed away by Ellerslie once again. Pankesi picks up the loose ball and plays it wide. Mulhelm. Squared, it goes to Vincent Young. Crosses in, it's towards Seller, and Kerr gets a tackle. Inch perfect, and it goes out for a throw. And they really are starting to step it up. It's another free kick. Naby intercepts it though. It's a poor free kick. Plays a long ball straight to McConnell. And I thought he'd lost it then for a second. Ellerslie now. Is he going to get Akin Fenwood? He is. If you don't know what I mean by Akin Fenwood, it means they've got the strength of like 1 and they manage to push someone who's got a strength of 15 or something out of the way with I was going to say relative ease, but like genuine ease. That's a poor pass. Putting us under pressure, but that's a poor pass from them, and now it's Bate. Look at... Oh, why didn't you make a run then? You were in Acres. Shady Acres. That's Mulhelm. Another poor pass. And that's Mark Kerr. After the great interception from his brethren, or not brethren, whatever, Piers Kerr. Grimshaw plays it square to Ellerslie. Been performing really well in this half. That's a great ball to Kerr. Naby gets it now and shoots, but it's straight at O'Brien. We are going to make a change. Piers Kerr is the captain at the minute, which I'm a bit reluctant to take him off. Matt Kerr's not having the best of games. I suppose that can be expected. I'm going to take him off though. I think I'm going to bring on Hesenthaler first. If he gets injured, then I can bring Lewis Dunn on. And I'm probably going to bring on Callum Saunders for Johnny Bate, who's been a bit quiet since his goal. He had a chance to bomb forward and get released, and he decided to stay, which I suppose that's part of the problem with regards having complete focus. They do all the duties, I believe. Akil Wright wins the header against Mandron, but he's in behind here after a quick knock ball over the top, and don't tell that's going to squeeze in, but he's taking a deflection on the way. And I got a sneeze, so I apologise. Walsh heads away, and Naby will pick up the loose ball now. Can they counter? Easter, that is. Look at the run from Mark Kerr. I paused it there so you could see it. I clicked on it and it paused automatically. Is that a penalty? No, Walsh! That'd be a great time for him to get his first ever goal. I think it's first ever goal for Eastleigh. I don't think he scored. He does prefer to pass rather than shoot. I think it's one of his traits or something. It might be the long range shooting. But Mark Kerr's got it now. Finds Naby. Just the presence of Hesenthaler might be enough. He's a genuine captain contender for next season, definitely. Saunders is there, and that's 3-1, and is that game over? Is that Eastleigh in League 2 once again? After they fell at the first hurdle of like the first season last time. Great ball in from Kerr. Swung in, and Saunders, the substitute, making an instant impact. He only came on about a minute ago. I think that might even be his first touch. 4 clear-cut chances. It's very, very impressive. 15 minutes to go. It's another free kick here. This time for Eastleigh though. And Taylor now on the counter. Well, at the minute it's like 3 against 1 here. And Grimshaw's missed his tackle. And Taylor hits the post. Should have scored. Great counter from Gateshead. But yeah, I think we are going to make a change. Who do we bring off? I want to take off Grimshaw, but I don't know where I can put him, if I'm honest. That was the risk. Lewis Dunn, welcome back to the side. You can come on for Liam Walsh, who's had a decent game, and you can swap with Hesenthaler. Hesenthaler now becomes the roaming playmaker and the ball-winning midfielder. Is Lewis Dunn, welcome back to the side. You can get your standing ovation. 12 minutes to go. Also, Bankesi though, this might change things if they score here. Seller to Taylor. Gets away from Ellis, so like he wasn't even there. It's a good block though. And Vincent Young is no, he's not tackled. He passes it back to Harry. And that's Vincent Young. Seen it. Oh no, dear. Cancel changes. Cancel changes because that's going to be a second yellow. No, it's not. Apparently, I thought it was going to be a second yellow. Never mind. So we delayed this. We delayed the switch. We'll do it now. I actually thought for a second that was going to be a second yellow card. In fact, for that reason alone, Bobby Mosley, get your ass on here. Sorry, Lewis. Keep the farm going. But yeah, sorry, Lewis. There's 8 minutes to go or so in this playoff final. Ellerslie to Walsh. To Geraldo. Saunders. He became a bit of a hero then, but Naby, second bite of the cherry to find Kerr, and he does. Kerr now, in a crossing position, crosses to back post to Geraldo, it's hit the post! Another clear-cut opportunity there. It was a tight angle, to be fair to Geraldo Martin. Mosley finds Geraldo. Now it's Walsh to Saunders. Naby loses that to Seller, and it's played forward to Mulhelm. Mulheim. I don't even can't even tell if it's a I or an L. But yeah, maxed up with a long kick downfield towards Geraldo, but that's the end of the highlight. So I will shut up. Decent shotgun, shots on target rate this time. It's a much improvement from last time. But that is going to be it. Eastleigh are in the not the big time, but they're in the the football league for the second time, and yeah, they need to enjoy this success because that is fantastic. Passionately, well done, lads. Yeah, these are the moments we're loving for. And that's a very poor reaction, if I'm being completely honest. But you were exceptional. I'm very proud of your dominating performance. He says that to his missus on a night. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of the season. We've got promotion. That's fantastic. I can't say that I wasn't confident because the way we've been playing, even that loss against York, we played really, really well. We created some really good promotions, good chances. But yeah, let's have a look and see what the initial budgets are. I'll do that one later. We've been given 30 grand a week and a transfer budget of the same. Thanks. But we've gained like an extra £11,000 a week. So the board have said that they weren't expecting promotion, but yet they expected us to be in the playoffs. And we have done really well, if I'm being completely honest. We had a bit of a dodgy spell. We got 109,000 for winning the league, which helps out. I mean, it's financially, we're still not in a good position. If I go to the home page, yeah, we're still 300,000 in debt, and that's after a game in Wembley as well. But yeah, 5th place, and we've managed to get up in 5th place, which is crazy. We've had some bad losses in this season. Some really bad losses. Not bad losses as in like massive scorelines, but games we really should have won. Torquay away in particular, York in particular. Their games I expected to win and win easily. We lost to FC Halifax, and we should never have lost that game. But Macclesfield, I don't think we should have. We weren't 2 goals worse than them. Dover, they were top of the league-ish, so you can expect it. Crawley ended up winning the league. You can expect it. Stockport home again, another team we should have been beating. They're languishing down in 18th. But the main thing is we've gone up. We're up into League 2. We need to have a look at our squad, which we'll do now, and we'll highlight the best average rating for the season. It was Liam Walsh, believe it or not. Only playing 22 games and having 6 off the bench. He got a 6 assists, no goals. Like I said, he doesn't shoot much, but he got a 7.89 rating after 22 and a bit games. And then you've got Johnny Bates, who came in from Leeds on loan in, I want to say March, came in for 2 months. In 2 months he's got 11 starts, 9 goals, 2 assists, an average rating of 7.89, which is fantastic. But the overall performer, it's one of Hesden Tarlett and Josh Murray, isn't it really, with the amount of games they've played, hitting a high level of performance all that time. Onto the goals scored. Geraldo Martin from the wing got 20 goals, 8 assists, with Adil Naby getting 17 goals with 5 assists. Both playing really well as well in terms of an average rating. So some of these players we are obviously going to keep for next season going into the Football League. Some players are obviously on loan, such as Lewis Dunn, Callum Ellerslie and Akil Wright, who have performed admirably. However, are they going to be the answer to next season? We did concede quite a few goals if I go into the competition. I need to look at the stages. Panorama National League. League table. We conceded. Let's have a look at the full table if we can, please. Thank you. So we scored 68, but we conceded 41. 41, it's probably the third best, I want to say, behind Gateshead. We've just put 3 past. And all the way back down here, Chester, 36 goals, but they didn't score many. 48, probably one of the least. But yeah, 68 goals is not a bad return, but I think at the time, I think we weren't scoring that many, but since the change in my tactics as like a secondary tactic, it's just gone all cylinders firing, and it's just pushed us. If I go into the schedule of matches, we changed for the Boreham Wood game, and we drew that game, and since then, I mean, you can see there we've drawn 2 games in total and lost 1, albeit against a very poor side that we should have beaten. But we've won. We've not lost other than that game, and Boreham Wood, that was disappointing because we came from 2 goals ahead to draw 2-2, which is very poor. If you look before, we had a bit of inconsistency in between. We'd win a couple, we'd lose one, draw a couple, then lose one, and then we'd have a very tough spell here. Followed it up with a very good spell straight after, but we were still conceding goals. But the fact of the matter is, 6-2. That highlights how dangerous this tactic is against Sutton United, a team that I believe we'd lost to in the league 1-0, yeah, earlier on in the season. So yeah, that's been one of the main things. That tactic has basically bailed us out, I think, of this season. So in a way, I want to thank Peace of Mind for bringing it to my attention, and the actual guy who caused it. What am I doing? I want to go back into that screen. I want to have a look at the top scorers and what have you, like for the awards. So player stats. So top scorer was Sam Ford with 29 goals. Next player was Sam Surridge from Sutton United. None of our players are on the list, unfortunately. I think he got 17 league goals. The other thing I will say is we had the the best average rating players in Josh Murray and Jake Hesenthaler. Most appearances, John Maxted and Piers Kerr. And then we had players of the match. Joint second, we had Jake Hesenthaler. Luke Woodland getting 1 more game in the league in that place. Josh Murray got 11 yellow cards, which is not exactly a stat to be proud of. But all in all, it's been a decent season for us. Now, before I wrap up this video, I just want to check out one little detail, and that is how have Curzon and Ashton done? They finished 3rd in the league. They've done far better than when I was there, apparently. Did they go up, though? That is the main thing. Or did they get beat in the playoffs? They got beat in the semi-final. No. Stages. I want to have a look at the league table. Yeah, they got beat by Kidderminster, who eventually went up. It was not a bad season at all. Let's just have a quick look at their team. Bolton got relegated even lower. That's ridiculous. Bolton, consecutive seasons just getting relegated and relegated and relegated and relegated. And guess what? Relegated. And that's pretty much with the same team of what I had. A couple of additions. I mean, Greg Taylor, we signed. For Diao, we signed. Joe Robson is not one that we signed. Nevis Leone, which is a girl's name in my opinion. Lambert. Greg Smith was obviously a lone player. Kyle Wooten, one of theirs. Jordan Grace, one of theirs. That's our player. That's our player. He was very good, actually. I was toying with trying to re-sign him. I might just have a quick look, actually. Get a scout report on him. Because he was... I liked him. I thought he was a good player. He's got decent vision and decent passing. Could be an option like as a backup for roaming playmaker for Hesenthaler. Dominic Knowles, obviously, is a big player for this league. And Rui da Costa, is that the Rui da Costa, the one that played for Portugal? I'm thinking of Rui Costa. Yeah, creative player, not very good at finishing, but another creative player. Shamal George is still there as well. I wonder if he's available. He's not, no, he's got another year on his contract. But he was a good keeper with potential, but looking at him there, you can see he's only a 2-star ability. Henry Rowlinson still there. Am I going to try and get him? Probably not, because his finishing's just not good enough. It's not going to be good enough for League 2 anyway. Right, so that's going to do it, I think, for this video. We are going to be in League 2 next season. Hope you're going to join us for that. Who knows what might happen? Maybe another team might come in for us. We'll have to wait and see. But, yeah. We actually ended up with the best goal difference in the league, I've just realised as well. It's fantastic. So yeah, hopefully I've enjoyed this series, and this game in particular. It's a playoff final. Gotta give us some likes. We've just got up into League 2. You know, hopefully if you have enjoyed and you like the series, please tell your friends about it. I always mess up this last part. Tell your friends about it. Send them in the direction of my channel and this particular series if you think, oh, any of the, the seasons. Preferably start at the beginning, but if they want to take it up at this stage, then by all means. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Basically, that's it. That's the gist of it. I tried to like wind it out, and I always mess up. I apologise for that. But until next season, where we will be playing in League 2, like I said before, hopefully you join us for that, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.